everything washes away with the tide. What happens next is unpredictable. There's no telling where the current will go or how it will change course. That's where the Tampa Bay Buccaneers come in. In 2020, this franchise did something that no other team before them had. They won a Super Bowl in their home stadium and made NFL history. But perhaps the hardest part of greatness is the ability to hold on to it. So how do we hold on? It's time to find out.
The Buccaneers have been circling this day, obviously, for an entire offseason, but so has every other team.
Normally, championship teams will lose players with free agency, or they might lose assistant coaches who get hired elsewhere. That hasn't happened with the Buccaneers. They kept everybody.
No, there is only one expectation. That's to put another ring on our finger. That's what it is every single year.
It's a whole new season. Going in with that same underdog mentality.
They know how to get after the football. They know how to get after the quarterback.
One thing left to do, that's kill these boys. Dominate on 3, 1, 2, 3, dominate!
What should stop me from saying the Buccaneers offense is going to be unstoppable this year?
Not a damn thing, G.
Let's go! Brady going end zone. It is Barrett's going to tackle it. Shaq! And it's Shaq Barrett. Juggled and it's intercepted. Antoine Winfield. It's a field goal. Fournette goes for the end zone and he's in!
Tampa Bay fans have every reason to be optimistic about playing for another championship.
Nobody can find holes other than the fact that their quarterback's 44, but look at that guy, and he's like Benjamin Button. It doesn't make sense.
You begin to kind of see what your team's all about, how it's going to be different, how it's going to be the same, where you need to improve.
Let's not allow ourselves to think that this is some unbeatable Godzilla of a team. It's not.
I obviously don't care about, what people think about not being able to repeat.
If you're not in this building, then you don't really know what this team is capable of. You don't see the work that's being put in.
They got a bullseye and everyone who wants a piece of their ass.
Jones again to the outside. Far sideline and
every team's going to try to come in here and take us down.
Pressure up the middle and he's buried.
It's definitely heightened and it's something that we got to be able to have the next man come up.
Good look out. Tryon Shoyinka, the rookie. Blitz is coming, sees it, goes the other way. He's got to catch it strong.
We going for it all. We got to go for it all. We're going for, Super Bowl number 2, back to back.
After an off-season of celebration, the Bucs are back.
Bucs fans! 7 months ago, we made NFL history. After beating every challenge our way, on and off the field, the Bucs became the first NFL team to win a Super Bowl in its own stadium.
The Bucs started last season with a mark of 7-5. Then they ran the table, won 8 straight all the way to the Lombardi Trophy. Can they repeat? No team has done it since the 03-04 Patriots, led by who else? Tom Brady.
The Bucs are still the team to beat.
You could feel it all week during the city and anywhere you went.
Well, let me tell you, that atmosphere was popping. Sold out Raymond James Stadium.
To see not one seat empty, our fans did their thing. It was an unbelievable opening experience and something that we've been waiting for a long time.
We won the Super Bowl, and everybody wanted to know how we would look the next year opening up against the Dallas Cowboys, a team with a lot of high hopes.
We all remember Jimmy Johnson saying, how about them Cowboys years ago? I asked you, how about these Cowboys?
I feel good about him if Dak is ready to go. Don't forget he was on pace for 6,700 yards a season ago, which would have shattered Peyton Manning's record. But the injuries are still there. We still have to see it, right?
There ain't no being hunted. We're here to hunt. This team has to make their statement. Are we going to be that team that waits to get hit in the mouth? Or are we going to hit in the mouth? Are we going to have our eyes where they belong? Are we going to play discipline in the first quarter, or we're gonna wait till the fourth. I can't wait to see. Play smart, play fast, play physical, kick some.
Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's go. Hey, it's always us. It's never them. Dominate on 3, 1, 2, 3. Dominate.
It's a long journey. It's 5 months to the Super Bowl. How do you see that journey going?
You know, I wish I had some fancy answer for you, but it's Tom Brady, right? I mean, we got a chance to go out and watch him practice the other day. It was simply unbelievable to watch this 44-year-old man just ripping it around the field the way that he did.
We hadn't played a game since February in our own stadium, so I'm sure opening against Dallas last year is different than opening against Dallas this year. I mean, they're turning into one of the better teams in the league.
You know, the lights were bright, everybody was gassed up, and the game didn't disappoint either.
Hey, why were we left out at? Why were we left out? Like, I know what it is. You know what it is. You know what it is.
Fournette in the game here, 2nd down and 10. Brady in the pocket fires a dart.
All right. Man, you have a long, listen, I'm not one of them. You have a long day. Fall back, I'm telling you.
There he is again, going deep down the right sideline, and Brown is there to hold it in, Antonio Brown.
And right now, we're seeing the Dallas Cowboys rotating pairs of linebackers in and out, Micah Parsons and Keanu Neal. So it's sort of interesting. They've almost come up with 2 different defenses.
Without success in this drive, and that pass is caught by Godwin for the touchdown.
Obviously, you want to start off every game with a touchdown, but sometimes like that doesn't happen. So for you to come out, and then for me being the guy that put the punctuation mark on it, it was special.
Keep it up. Got a lot of football. A lot of football, boys.
The Buccaneers' offense appears to be dangerous as ever. And after a dominant postseason run that ended here in Raymond James Stadium, Devin White and the defense look to pick up right where they left off.
Every time you see me, you gotta throw it.
Big throw, Prescott hangs in, throws caught. That is Lamb, and Lamb is, as the field judge looks at it, a touchdown.
Dak Prescott coming in, you know, we kind of thought he was going to, maybe, favor his injury a little bit. But he just came out, just being himself. He's going to be in the pocket, making the throws that he need to make.
He's the ultimate competitor. As soon as you knew he was healthy, he was going to have a big game.
Who are you, though? You ain't nobody. Sit your sad ass down.
Brady, the fake and rolling and throwing, and that'll be caught. And that's Rob Gronkowski. Brady steps up, avoids the rush, throws, caught, touchdown, Antonio Brown.
Hey, Toronto! Oh yeah,
Prescott flushed out, Chase, sack, Shaq Barrett.
Hey, keep being aggressive. I'm on it. Being aggressive. Are you aggressive?
Dallas now from the 25-yard line, starting this drive with another pass. Prescott fires into a lot of traffic, and it's picked off at the 50-yard line. Carlton Davis runs it back.
Hey, you making plays. That's all that matters. Okay, hey, look what I said. Hey, I'm gonna feed off you.
Here they come after Brady throws, caught. Gronkowski to the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay.
When it's put 0 and I'm in for protection, my guy, once he sees that I'm blocking the defensive end, goes and rushes the quarterback. So it's kind of an advantage them. But then Tom noticed that, and he gave me another call to release. So I start blocking the end. My guy that has me man-to-man comes to go, thinking he's going to get a sack on Tom. Boom, I make a little move on the D-end, get open. Tom hits me for the short pass. I run it in. Touchdown number 2, baby.
The Buccaneers' offense isn't short on firepower, but into the fourth quarter, the Dallas Cowboys keep pace, shot for shot.
What do you say, fellas? Put together a good
big drive right here, huh?
Yep.
Big drive. Our D's been on the field all night. You gotta help him out right here.
What are the odds you get this game on opening night with the whole league and the whole country watching? This is just fantastic.
And a bunch to the right. Brady looks the other way, throws a little bit low, but it's caught. That's Bernard making the catch. Brady fires, caught. Gronk again. Still on his feet. To the 42-yard line he goes. Brady looking that way and fires that way, and it's going to be caught, and it's Godwin making the catch. Ryan Suckup just came off the COVID list.
He is going to be remembered for a long time, whether he makes this one or misses it. Kicker in Tampa Bay.
Hey! There you go, baby. That's what you do. That's what you do. That's what you do.
What an opening.
I guarantee you, Tom Brady goes over and gives Dak a humongous hug. That was some performance.
Oh, yeah.
Big boy. Good game, brother. Good play, man. Play great. Appreciate it, man. Congratulations on everything. Hell yeah. All right. We'll see y'all again. Trust me.
I said I was interested to see what the we're going to be. When are we going to learn to show up and hunt for 60 minutes? We got to get kicked in the face, knocked in the dirt. No, we're just going to come back and win. But that should have been a blowout. We don't put ourselves in harm's way like this anymore. Watch the tape, learn, and let's find out how to hunt when the first snap to the last, instead of the fourth quarter. Let's go. Let's get some noise in there.
Let's go. Way to start with a W. That's all that matters. Family on 3, 1, 2, 3.
And what can you also say about your kicker specifically to go out there, the game on the line, and he delivered?
Never doubt with Ryan. Never doubt with Ryan. His son's 5th birthday tomorrow, and I want to wish him a happy birthday. And Ryan's heading out here as fast as he can to get to that birthday party. So never doubt.
It was kind of neat because tonight I thought he'd honestly forgotten about it, and as soon as we made the kick, I came off the field and he gave me a big hug and said it's going to be a heck of a birthday party tomorrow, isn't it? So that was pretty cool for me, and that meant a lot to me. That Coach is great with families, and when we can do things like this, it's really a blessing to be able to get back and spend time with them.
People talk about trap games and all that bullshit, all right? We know how good this team is. This is a division game, it's at home. This is a must win. You don't have many must wins early in the season. This is a must win, all right? Because in our division, and it's a home game, it's a must win. So everything we do this week, it's a must win. Every action we take, preparation-wise, meeting-wise, practice-wise, post-practice-wise. Offensively, we cannot go 3 the out. We have to stay on the attack.
And when facing the Falcons quarterback Matt Ryan, attack is the only option. Over the past 2 seasons against the Bucs, Ryan has thrown for more than 1,200 yards and 6 touchdowns. And this week, Tampa Bay's secondary is shorthanded.
The concern that other teams might try to attack you in the spring game. So how big of a loss is it when you lose a guy like Sean Murphy-Bunting?
It's always huge when you lose your starting corner. I mean, those guys they're hard to find in the first place, but a player of his caliber and his flexibility, it's hard to replace. But we got plenty of capable people.
I just remember shooting my hand through to get the ball out. I looked down after I hit the ground, and then I kind of felt it. I couldn't really move my arm, and I looked at it, and it was out of place.
With Sean Murphy-Bunting sidelined, the Buccaneers defense has to get creative.
Take me back to Falcons week before, like the week leading up. Mm-hmm. What's Sean talking to you about?
Nothing. No, I'm playing. He
basically told him that he was gonna get a pick. I told him the certain covers that we were gonna be in, and I said, if you do this right, you are gonna get a pick. If you keep baiting him this way, you're gonna get a pick. And I kept telling him that literally all week.
I was like, all right, well, we will see.
Mike Edwards is a reserve safety with a knack for making big plays in the biggest moments.
I mean, some people call it luck. I mean, some people was like, man, you the luckiest guy in the world. I just that's kind of feel being right place at the right time and just getting those interceptions, making those plays, and so I feel like I've been doing a good job at that.
It is warm. I mean, hey, we're in Florida. The sun's out. It's warm. It's September. It's perfect.
Nice. Probably won't say it's nice when we got a 12-play, 2-minute drive, but.
Little afternoon football for you across the country with the defending champs. From the 25 on the fake, it's Brady, has a all day, lets it go, in is caught. Evans comes to grab it. He was quiet last week, and on the first play, Mike Evans comes through.
All week, the concern has been whether or not the Bucs can stop Matt Ryan. But if you want to stop Tampa Bay's offense, you pick your poison and hope for the best.
Four-man rush. Brady taps the ball, throws. Evans again. Blitz is coming, sees it, goes the other way. He's got a catch. It's Gronk, and he's in for the touchdown. Fournette gets a block, and another. Brady slings it to Godwin. Oh, a beauty and a dart. Gets rid of it and has the hookup. They're going to fake it. They're going to throw it. It's corner of the end zone. It is caught for the touchdown. Another one.
Yay, Sherman! Nice job, babe. Nice job.
The Bucs' offense is cruising, and so far, the defense is keeping Atlanta's quarterback in check. But Tampa Bay is staring down a division opponent that won't go quietly.
A little resiliency by the Falcons here, huh?
And Arthur Smith has to be happy. His team took a couple early punches, but they're fighting back now. They have a lot more life than they did in the first quarter. They got a chance here if they can sustain this drive.
Pressure, in trouble, gonna dump it. Oh, one-hander! Patterson is in for the touchdown! Holy cow, what a play!
We really didn't focus on putting this team away. We had them on the ropes. We allowed them to hang around. I think the interesting thing about this defense is we adjust and adapt, and we understand where we're at, and when we get into a tough position, the best way to come out of that.
They will run it, and that is buried! Oh my goodness, Raheem Nunez-Roches came flying in.
You waited and jumped on that mug. I was like, woo!
Good job, boys. Keep it up now, doing a great job.
Sometimes, late in a game, it's better to be lucky than good.
Oh.
That was good. That was good. That was good. Oh my God. Oh my God. That looked like power all the way. Wow.
It's a big possession here by Atlanta.
Now Atlanta's turn, down by 10, still loads of time left, 9:18 to go.
It was on us. You know, we said we let them back in the game, now we gotta take the game away. You know, we gotta do 3 and out or turnover. That's the only thing we can do right now from here on out.
Hey, let's go, man. We need a play right here.
I know Mike is a ball hawk. Obviously, everybody knows Mike is a ball hawk. And for some reason, I just kept having this itch that it was going to be Mike to get the pick.
I start on one side, they motion the receiver to the other side, create trips bunch, and I seen Matt Ryan drop back.
Blitz coming, Ryan sees it.
Will Golson got some good pressure, which helped me out. And I seen the receiver set down. I seen Matt Ryan set up, and I kind of just broke on the ball, broke in front of him, and just got the ball, intercepted it.
Did I call that? You did. I called it? You did. Okay. When did I call that?
Earlier this week.
Just making sure. I bet you don't get one back to back. Let's go get one back to back.
First down. Blitz coming. Ryan knocked way in there. And that's going to be intercepted. And that's going to be returned for a touchdown by Edwards again. 2 interception touchdowns for Mike Edwards.
I got all credit in the world to CD. We both came on the blitz from opposite sides.
and he took the ball up in the air. I really didn't even see him took the ball up. I was blitzing, and I look up, I see the ball.
Just when it looked like Atlanta was creeping back in, the defending Super Bowl champs have put the hammer down, and now they're up.
Mike, you one of the luckiest ones. Earlier this week, I told Mike, I said, look, Mike, I don't know how you gonna get in that nigga, but you gonna get in. You gonna win it, my nigga. I told you.
And that will do it as Tampa Bay will come out and take some knees and walk out of here 2-0 and get set for their big-time matchup on Fox next week with the Rams.
That's going to be a good one.
This ain't going to be good enough next week. I think we all realize that. All right, patty cake and both, it's over. We're going on the road to play a damn good football team. This ain't going to get it done. But the talent's here. The preparation's here. The work is here. Let's make sure that we play on next Sunday that is here. All right, break it down.
Hey, I appreciate y'all boys. I could have done it without y'all. Everybody know get better next week. Yes, sir. Hey, family on three, 1, 2, 3, family.
The Buccaneers are 2-0 with a big test on the horizon. But one of the keys to life in the NFL is balancing out the grind with time to unwind.
We're towards the end of the day where the batteries are either even or going low. They're trying to crawl, so it's a lot of scooching. Kingston does a lot of the beached whale mode, and Kari has been able to scooch himself anywhere he wants to go.
Other arm. Yeah, it's all yours. Good job. I think I definitely had a lot of those moments of I got 2 kids, little creatures that are like my full responsibility, like this is my focus and my doing.
It's one of those things where you're like, wow, that's me. And then especially as they've gotten older, I felt like from the jump, I birthed 2 of my husband, absolutely. Kingston is what Indomitian came up with. And we figured the nickname would be King. So after he chose Kingston, I felt a lot of pressure to figure out what the second name would be. Kari means kingly. So we have 2 kings.
Lamb chops, boss.
We are super blessed to have Uncle Chef. Both Indomitian and I have memories of cooking with our grandparents or our parents and stuff, and so it'll be awesome that they not only get to learn a little bit of mom's cooking skills, but a true chef's cooking skills. You hear the excitement. Bless us, our Lord, in these thy gifts which we're about to receive from thy bounty through Christ our Lord. Thank you for bringing us here today as we continue to grow as a family and as individuals. Please continue to look over our loved ones, our boys, as they grow big and strong, and blessing as they need this food. Amen. Don't tease him.
Well, you gotta sit down and
let him film.
All right, bud. You ready? I always looked at it from a perspective of saying, all right, it's great to be a professional athlete, but it's more important to be a strong young black man in this world that understands more than just athletics.
And it's also instilling character and being good people. At the end of the day, we want to raise good men, good people of character with big hearts. Yes!
From an athletic standpoint, yes, you're gonna be blessed with my talent and especially my wife's talent. I want them to come into their own, and whatever they want to strive for, I'm 100% supportive of that. I'm just excited for them to be healthy and strong people that bring good into this world at the end of the day.
And our basketball players. Woo!
A lot has changed for Indomitian Suh since coming to the Buccaneers. The same goes for his former employer, the Los Angeles Rams.
covered a lot of big games, and when Tom Brady and the Bucs come into Los Angeles to take on Matthew Stafford, this just has the feel of a massive game, like a championship game almost.
Well, it really does. I mean, I can't remember ever a game in week 3 with this much excitement and attention.
Our biggest focus was this is a team that we had struggled with in previous years, but at the same time, we've beaten.
Both these teams come into this year with a lot of expectations, and they plan to be in the postseason, and so you've got to believe there's some playoff implications.
In the offseason, the Rams made a trade with the Detroit Lions that brought Matthew Stafford to Los Angeles. They hope he can be the missing piece for a championship roster, one that features 2 of the best defenders in the NFL.
This our time, you feel me? Let's go, let's whoop their ass.
Come on. Ain't no better stage, baby. Ain't no better stage than this.
Man, they're both great players. I think Aaron Donald's, one of the great defensive players in the history of football.
I'm gonna talk to you 3. I just want to talk.
Defensive linemen that can turn the ball over. It's one thing to get sacked. It's another to get strip sacked, turnover. Sometimes those balls can be run back.
Just don't run now. Make sure you go wherever I go. Don't run!
Over the top, Jalen Ramsey breaks it up.
Jalen Ramsey, what they're doing with him, they do a lot of things in terms of moving him around, putting in matchups. He blitzes, he does a good job in coverage. So, I think that defense is one to be reckoned with. They're off to a great start.
This is a game that can really go one way or the other from a standpoint of coin flips and tiebreakers and things of that nature. And I think from the standpoint how we looked at it is we need to go out there and take care of business no matter what.
Make sure you're going out there hitting with a purpose. Make sure the next man across from you is feeling every strike.
Yes, sir.
Make sure that every person in here got each other's back. Because I'm riding for my brothers. Let's go.
14th play of the drive, throw high, Higbee, touchdown. Pass is caught, Godwin. Gain of 7. Ramsey had pressure on that play.
Yeah, they've brought Ramsey a few times, and he's coming in on Brady. He knows that he's got to get it out.
It just ain't one play. One play. Let's go.
Godwin gets it on the handoff, and he's in. Touchdown, Tampa Bay.
I saw you sit down.
Yeah. You gotta stay calm in the midst of chaos. Find your peace.
Nothing has changed. Let's pick up the pace.
Hey, we gotta be aggressive. All around the board, we just gotta be aggressive.
We gotta make some plays this half now. Make plays.
You gotta touch sledding, but it's gonna separate quickly. So just be patient.
Vita Vea and Donovan Sue not in the game. Wide open, touchdown Rams.
Boy, no pressure on Stafford. Jackson, they finally hit it. Deshaun Jackson, touchdown.
What's Todd Bowles going to do is the real question, because I just don't think they can cover these receivers. They're thin coming into the game. They have another injury.
Settle down, communicate. Let's come back with a couple turnovers. Make up for it. Let's go.
First time for Brady playing in LA in the NFL. Brady, Gronkowski gets popped. Got hit hard by Terrell Lewis. And Gronkowski's down.
I saw him get hit, and I hate seeing guys on my team get hit. But he got, kind of his body got contorted in a certain way. And it was a hard-nosed play, good clean hit. It's just, I threw him into a place where I shouldn't have thrown him.
So his good friend, his quarterback, Tom Brady, was hovering over him until he got up.
I didn't really know what it was. I never had rib injuries in my life. So at that time, I was just thinking, man, it either hurts right now, it's like a quick stinger, and it's gonna go away, or something's broken in there.
He is in the back going for x-rays. We are unclear if it's for his ribs or his back. Bruce Arians saying to us this week, best shape he's seen him in. had a great camp.
He came back in, but he didn't feel like he normally feels.
All right? Yeah, we good. All right, babe. All good, man. They didn't break or anything. Yeah, so I'm back. All right. Doing some crosses. Those are open.
With or without Rob Gronkowski, it doesn't seem to matter against the Rams defense. It's the Bucs' first taste of what to expect on the road when you're the defending champs.
The second time, it's Kenny Young. This crowd right now, they're at a fever pitch. Stafford, touchdown. When they got the ball here, down by 17, you thought, main thing they have to do is leave here with a healthy Brady. Brady over the middle, Bernard, touchdown. Well, they are going to lose this game, but man, it has taken a toll. They're losing players too.
We did exactly what Coach said us not to do. Gave them everything on third down, and we let them have big plays. Like they didn't want to run the ball on us no matter what, and they did it a couple times just to keep us honest. Sure. That's what, because at the end of the day, you're not getting off the damn field.
Yes, you want to win every single game. We had to respect that team, and unfortunately we took a loss, but that's not the end-all be-all.
When we lose, you lose and it hurts, but you do everything you can after that to learn from your mistakes, so the outcome could be different.
It's kind of like back to the drawing board, and I think you have this feeling that obviously you came up short, and you got to figure out where all the deficiencies are.
Inches. Right? Hold it just a little bit longer next time. No. Gotta get rid of that thing. Hey, man. I respect you so much. Take care, man. I just love playing against you, man. Yeah. It's an honor, man. I appreciate you. I get it. All right, man.
Coach, we don't know what Dean's situation is, but you're starting to get down a couple of corners. Is this something Jason would have to look at to try to bring somebody in?
Well, we brought a couple of guys in the last couple of weeks that have experience in long and tall corners that might, we'll make that decision on the plane on the ride home.
Richard Sherman announced on his new podcast that he has signed with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Not a bad choice to go to Tampa. You may get another Super Bowl ring in Tampa. We'll see what he does in that defense. He's been in a very specific defense his entire career.
But I just don't know, playing-wise on the field, what does he have really left?
Not as nerve-wracking to do it in year 11 as it is in year 1. Year 11, you're like, yep. Yeah.
Having gone against Sherman, it's really odd to see him on our team. We've battled many, many times over the years. Really glad to have him, and obviously he's got a lot to learn.
Bruce Arians has spent a big part of the last decade avoiding Richard Sherman. It's understandable. Sherman was a 3-time All-Pro, 5-time Pro Bowler, and a threat to every offense that he faced. But coming off an injury in 2020, he entered this season unsigned. And then the Tampa Bay Buccaneers called.
Did you think you'd play football again?
Yeah, I thought I'd play again. Football is something I can do in my sleep. You play it for 11 years, 10 years at a time. You can play at a high level. It's a tremendous team, great contender in this league right now. And Tom owed me one.
You remember the Patriots went to Seattle and the 12s, and the Seahawks beat number 12. And that was honestly the biggest pelt on the wall for the Seahawks to that point in time. Went right at Brady after the game. You mad, bro? Smash cut to 2021.
Got to know him on that one particular day out there. I threw him a pick. That was the problem. I should never have tried him, but I didn't quite know the scouting report as well as I should have.
Me and Tom had been talking. We've talked over the years, back and forth conversations, just staying in touch. And then this opportunity came up. He just kind of hit me and was like, "Hey, are you in shape?" And I was like, "Yeah, I'm in pretty good shape." He's like, "You trying to play?"
But even if you're not at your, like, where you feel you're most comfortable, would you, like, in your mind, you think you're going out there Sunday?
I mean, it's anybody's guess. I need at least a week of practice, you know what I mean, to really hone things in, to play at the level I'm capable of. You know, I think it'd be foolish to expect me to come out this week and you know, I mean, and play at a super high level. If I did it, you know, it'd be another thing to chalk up as a cool thing I did. But I think the expectation is for me to train and to get in shape and to give me an opportunity for the following game. Hey, let's play to the standard. Not anybody else's standard but your own. You're all big-time players. Play to your standard, and let's meet it. Let's go. DB's on 3. 1, 2, 3. DB.
When you've played at a high level for so long, there's no, hey, you're just coming off the streets. It's like if you're out there on the grass, you got cleats on, you better play at the level you know how to play, or there's really no excuse.
Physically, I feel good. I just got to get my press back, you know what I mean? That's one of those things that just don't come in a day.
Oh, that never comes in a day. On YouTube. Like the Richard Sherman press release. One-on-one.
There we go.
One-on-one.
There we go.
When he was with the Seahawks.
Right.
I've actually reached out to Sherman maybe last offseason. What are some things that you do to help you be better at press, be better at watching film, do things like that? And he sent over, you know, paragraphs of just information and videos of how I can do things and look at things.
Hey, you was on the cover of that, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's so legendary, bro. He talking to me, I'm just.
You so stupid. You so stupid. He was on the cover.
For our very young secondary, sometimes they'll listen to a player more than a coach on how to prepare.
You gotta be real with yourself, or else you get your ass beat out here.
When you see Sherman pointing out things on film, hey, this is a clue, this is a tell, they listen.
Preston, CD, it's on you.
When we were in Seattle, we were all young and just growing up together and having fun. And I think these guys are really talented and you can take it to a really high level, but I think it's a lot deeper than just, you know, the X's and O's. It's a genuine connection that you have to have with guys to be able to push them to that level in a respectful way.
Oh, good grab! Good ball, 12!
I watched him in college, you know, and that's when I really started to understand the game. And you know, he was at the forefront of it, you know, talking trash, 6'3" corner who can go up and get the rock.
Good grab, 13. You keep making catches like that, you might be somebody, you know, one day.
Having the opportunity to play with him is something I never thought that happened, you know, but I'm happy it has happened.
Hey, money down, we gotta get off the field. We gotta be locked in.
For a veteran guy to come in and a guy who, you know, already proven himself in this league for a very long time, all you're gonna get is a bunch of respect. All the guys are gonna look up to him and, you know, take his coaching.
As long as y'all got internet, I'm good. I'm here to play ball. These young come for others. Like, oh man, we gotta go to LA to. I'm coming to win, and that's it.
What's up, baby? Good. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. I love the plan. I like the plan. Yeah.
It's been a long time since we came in this building after a loss. We're in a bounce back mode. It's been a long time since we had to bounce back. All right? Let's make sure that is all we're thinking about. 98% of you, it's just another game.
Kind of feels like this midweek hype is the lead up to a Super Bowl. Tom Brady going back to New England, this is starting to reach postseason levels.
Now the two people who define the Patriot way go head to head. And what does Tommy think? His dad told you what he thinks.
The schedule came out last night, and I started salivating when I saw that we play the Patriots in the fourth game of the season.
You know, he said at some point in the past year that 90% of what he says in a press conference is bullshit, and it's not what he's really thinking. Tom is kind of a master at letting his feelings out there, and then when he's in front of a microphone, maybe not quite denying them, but kind of skirting around it just enough. It seems like he's got a little bit of a distance from it.
All those things are super personal. You know, we had a great relationship. I think everything was handled the right way. You know, we handled everything as gracefully as we could. It was an amazing, like I said, time, and Jason and Bruce, I think them coming into my life and, you know, saying, hey, we really want you to be here. It's been an amazing thing for me.
every time you envision yourself as a player, you saw one uniform. And I think the first time I put on a Bucs uni that was definitely different for me. When I look at 2 decades in one place and then now moving to Florida and being here in Tampa and seeing what we've accomplished, it's equally, it's gratifying, but just in a different way.
Well, a few things I believe in. Family, faith, football in Florida.
You know he's going back, so you already know he got a lot going on himself, so you kind of try not to, bother him or ask him nothing or whatever, but his approach is really, really like how he always approached the game. Laser focus, want to make everything perfect.
It was weird for me and for a lot of us because it's hard to just ignore the history that Tom and that organization have.
We obviously wanted to win the game for Tom and Gronk, but we want to win every game as it is.
Nationally, there's more bullshit going on. All right, obviously with Tom Gronk going back. That ain't got shit to do with us. Ain't got shit to do with the game. Ain't got shit to do with the preparation.
Everyone I've spoken to is like, oh, this is Buccaneers. It's just because of personnel and Brady's not going to lose this game. I don't know, man. I've seen this coach do enough to teams that I thought were unstoppable over the years that I'm not going to put anything in pen on this one.
Belichick talked earlier today. He was asked about how this offense compares to what Brady ran in New England, and he said totally 100% that it has his imprint on it.
Well, I think they copied a lot of ours, so it's probably the same. Ask them which film they watch every week. They'll know. They'll always picked ours up and watched it, so it's the same stuff.
One simple word. We start attacking as soon as we walk out of this building. You attack the offense, you attack the defense, all right? We didn't answer the bell on the road last week. We dropped our level. There's no settling.
As the Buccaneers depart for Foxborough, a big piece of their offense is missing. The other former Patriot, Rob Gronkowski. Gronk built a Hall of Fame resume during 9 seasons in New England, but he'll miss his return with fractured ribs and a punctured lung.
It kind of stung a little bit. I was looking forward to that game big time, to go back to Foxborough. I've been there for a long time. I consider it home. It is what it is. It's football. I was hurt. I couldn't really make it to the game. All I could really do is just recover, get better, and make an impact when I get back.
Take care. Thanks. How are you doing, Mr. Kraft? Good to see you.
Hey, handsome. How you doing?
I like your new suit.
Do you?
Yeah.
Nice and short. How you doing? Nice you too.
Yeah.
Look good as always.
I'm proud of you.
Thanks.
Yeah,
Same here. Can we get a few minutes, guys? You mind?
Everything we talked about all week now. Most of all, be the most physical team out there.
Yeah.
All right, for sure, every single play. Finish every play.
Yep.
Sir. All right? You never know when that ball's gonna pop out.
Yep.
What block might happen to spring that guy. All right? Let's be our best 30 minutes so far this year. Let's go.
Let's get it, Jeff. Let's go. This ain't gotta be close. Dominate. On 3. 1, 2, 3. Dominate.
To most of the fans, thanks to the memories. To some of the other fans, you spurned us. But one thing we know, the schedule will let him come home again.
Good communication, huh? Everything we worked on all week.
Brady's been in every situation football could possibly throw at him, but I don't think anything could prepare him for this. We're going to be talking about what Brady has done and how he did it, I think, for generations to come. But for tonight, it's a chance for one more giant exclamation point.
It was really surreal. Running out the first time was pretty cool. There was a lot of people that had cheered for me for a long time.
It was insane. That was one of the loudest crowds I've heard. There was a mixture of boos and cheers. You can tell that he's very beloved there.
Brady and Belichick know each other inside out. How do you see the wheels spinning tonight?
Brady's going to want to come out here and put on a show, right? This is sort of his night. And so what's Belichick going to want him to do? All the things that Brady's not going to want to be.
All those coaches knew who I am and how I prepare and so forth. But I have a lot of information on those guys too, so.
Let's face it, this is a great chess match, and we have two of the great grandmasters going at it.
Perfect way to put it. There is a game here tonight. New England starts 1-2, both losses at home.
Well, we know how hard it is to run the football against Tampa Bay, so Mac Jones is going to get his opportunity. Here we go.
There's always a huge challenge going against Bill Belichick. No matter who the quarterback is, no matter who his players are, he always gets his guys prepared.
But Tampa's secondary is hurting out here tonight, missing some key people.
Let's go out here, have fun. Let's make some turnovers. Takeaway. Y'all know the game on us. Let's go. Hey, DB, don't do 1, 2, 3. DB.
Play fake again. This time he's under pressure, and this time he goes down to the 50-yard line. Joe Tryon-Shoyinka, the rookie drafted in the first round out of the University of Washington, takes him down.
That's all night. That's all night.
Here comes pressure. Look out. He gets in as he throws, and it's juggled, and it's intercepted. Antoine Winfield.
Hey, Ross. Appreciate you, big dog. We got each other's back, man. Appreciate you, big dog. We got each other's back, baby.
Brady tonight, in all likelihood, he will surpass Drew Brees, who happens to be in the house.
Come on, boys. Come on. Big drive right here.
Fires caught, and that should do it. Mike Evans will take it to the 15-yard line, and so on that play, over the middle for 27 yards.
Thanks, brother. Appreciate it. Thank you.
They're announcing it to the crowd right now. They put it up on the board. Not quite high drama.
Have always, I feel like, done a good job compartmentalizing different things in my life. You know, that game is way more than Tom Brady's name in a record book. I feel like I've had so many meaningful moments in football that I didn't need, you know, to be recognized in an individual way.
This is a 29-yard field goal attempt by Ryan Suckup. And there are the first points of the game.
Yeah, just staying with those short, quick passes over the middle. I keep expecting them to at least take a look at Richard Sherman on the outside.
Jones fires, wide open. Myers, it's coming, 2nd and 20. Pass is caught. Bourne fires, that's caught, and getting into the end zone. Hunter Henry for the touchdown.
Boy, this game has turned.
Brady, look out, and there is Judon again.
It was a hard-nosed football game. They got great fans. They got a great team. You know, it was one of those games we really had to earn.
Well, that's Carlton Davis, and this looks to be pretty serious here. Watch him on the punt team here. There, oh boy.
So all three of the starting cornerbacks from opening night are now on the sideline for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. There's a reason Richard Sherman's starting out here.
It's your first game back for a long time, so it's going to take just a little 30 minutes to get it going. Be you Richard Sherman. You know that, right? Take over.
Gets it to the outside. Oh, look out, the ball is out, and it's picked up by the Bucs. Richard Sherman comes away with it.
They are coming after this young quarterback right now, and he is hanging in there really tough.
3rd and 12. Look out! Tryon-Shoyinka, the rookie.
Here's when it's nice to have somebody like Vita Vea help your cause out. Watch him take out the whole right side there and allow Tryon-Shoyinka to come in and get the glory, but that was Vita Vea wiping out half an offensive line.
Right when I picked the tackle, I put the guard on me. And I was like, oh, no. Have a great quarter, huh? Let's finish. This motherfucker out. Go, baby. What we're here for, boys. Go, baby. Nasty ass game Sunday night. Let's go. Let's go, baby.
The weather was almost like I always remember it being. You know, there was always a chance of rain that turned into really a steady rain throughout the game.
Brady, good protection, fires and incomplete. Go to the outside, incomplete through the hands of Brown.
Anytime you add elements, there's going to be less precision. It's just natural. I don't care whether you play tennis, golf, driving. That ended up being for a tough night.
Yeah, I mean, clearly the rain is bothering Tom Brady out here tonight. We could, you know, he's just not going to miss that throw very often.
What I really saw in the Patriots game is that will to run the ball. When it was raining up there, you can't throw the ball every time. You got to be able to run the ball when there's weather, when the crowd is extra loud, and that's what we did.
The offensive line of the Bucs a week ago was not at its best. Marpet, Jensen, Kappa gave up a lot of pressures in that game, and they're coming back and showing their pride in this one.
Jones again to the outside. Jones to the end zone. Touchdown. Ali Marpet leading the way, and then he goes for the score as Tampa takes the lead.
That's the way to work. That's how you put both of y'all, that's how you put the team on your back. You know what I mean? That's how you do that. They give us opportunity. We can pass around now. I mean, that's what's going to happen.
When you have a rookie quarterback that watches Tom Brady take his team down, score, take the lead, you start going, oh, okay, the inevitable is going to happen. And every time it's happened tonight, Mac Jones has come right back the other way.
Harris is the back. Fake it to him. Caught. Touchdown. Jonnu Smith. One play action. Put a fullback in the backfield, and then Smith gets free in the back of the end zone.
Doing your thing, Seven. Keep it up. Smart, tough, on the same page, okay?
Now the clock gets interesting, right?
Very.
The great veteran quarterbacks know not only how to put points on the board in this situation, but how to also milk that clock.
Second down, 17. Ball at their own 49-yard line. Good protection. Fired. Going to the ground is Evans and hauls it in. Brady looking that way. Slides, throws, caught. 31-yard line. Antonio Brown. Can they pick up a 10th third down conversion tonight? Brady with time. Brady to the end zone, and that is not caught. Man bounds.
You're close. I owe you one. I owe you one. No, you don't need that. I owe you two.
So now a field goal attempt. This will be from 48. This is for the lead, and it is pitched inside the left upright. The line of scrimmage is the 37.
Career long is 56. I remind you, though, he has had that issue on his plant leg. This would match his longest ever, and if he hits this one in the rain with a bad plant leg, it would be one amazing night.
On its way, it is off the goalpost. No good. You can hear the doink.
Unbelievable. Hard fought, man. You knew it was going to be. You knew this Patriots team was going to be ready. And you can see the ultimate respect every single one of those players who played with him have for him.
Great game, good job, buddy. Love you. Great game, killer.
Well, it was probably once in my career that will happen, where I'm playing in that stadium with that many people that I know.
Good game, big guy. Love you. Way to go. Tom, right here. Way to grind it out. Good game.
Well, there it is. Okay. And McDaniels.
I'm going to steal some of those. Love you. Love you too.
I hadn't seen a lot of those people since I left New England. And, again, those were my teammates. Those were the guys that I went to battle with. But someone's got to win and someone's got to lose.
Good game, big guy. Way to play. Great job. Keep it up. Keep it up.
There's nothing to be gained by looking back. I don't need to reflect every day on something that happened in the past.
You look awesome out there. Keep it up. Hey, baby. Great job. Way to handle the weather, right? Would it be anything other than this? For you? This is my first time in the rain in 20 months. Hey, good job.
I don't know what the future holds. Obviously, I feel like I'll always be a part of this community, and it's a great place. And again, my kids were born on Beacon Street in the city, and like I said, my football journey took me somewhere else.
it was good to kind of get that game over with, because from the beginning of the season, it's kind of been like, man, that game's been a big focus for everybody.
You big dog.
We can really focus on what we need to do for the rest of the year, and again, it's a week-to-week league, so good to win, but good to move on.
Happy birthday, big boy! Happy birthday. Awesome. To grind it out. It's our weather, baby. Where's our weather?
I'm living my dream. I'm still able to do it today. It's been an amazing football journey, and I'm just excited there's more ahead.